Hey guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. And for today's video, I did put another poll out to ask you guys what you wanted to see first for this week. And at first, the video that was in the lead was music genres drawn as people. But it wasn't long after that drawing your OCs pulled ahead. So I figured it's been a little bit since the last one. And you guys really like that series. So here we go, drawing your OCs. But before we get into that, I really want to take a second to thank the video sponsor for today's video. I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring and creative classes for anyone who loves learning. I'm sure many of you have heard of them. I've taken classes on their platform in watercolor painting in the past, and they were really helpful. If you have a specific skill you're trying to learn, Skillshare is the perfect place to start investing in your own personal growth. The platform has tons of classes that vary in topic, from learning various art skills such as watercolor painting, using digital art programs, and improving your sketches, as well as many other topics like animation, creative writing, photography, and more. Classes are broken down into sections that are easy to follow and make learning a breeze. One class I found interesting was Marquez Brownlee's YouTube Success, Script, Shoot, and Edit. In this class, he teaches the process of how to plan a video, shoot compelling content, edit your footage, and grow your channel. His tips are great, and I highly recommend checking his class out. The first 1,000 of my viewers to sign up through my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. So thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So this first character was sent to me by someone named Kelsey the Cookie on Instagram. And first of all, I have to say that the design of this character is beautiful. The colors and caught my eye first, but just the way everything was done and just all the little details, particularly the little crystals hanging from the hat, just really caught my attention, and I really wanted to draw this character. So beautiful character design. Then I went on their Instagram page because they actually didn't put too much information in the email, but I figured that if this was a post on Instagram, they most likely would have written stuff in the description, and I was right. So this was a contest design, a character design for a fairy design contest, and this one is based on rain. So I don't think she has a name particularly, but that's fine. But yeah, so she's supposed to be a rain fairy, and they also wrote in their post, after the rain comes a rainbow, hence the little rainbow accents on the ribbons on the outfit. So very beautiful design overall. I was gushing over it for a long time. And so for the actual drawing on my part, I guess, I decided to kind of go with the witchy vibes I was getting with the hat. I know maybe she's not a witch, but to me she gave me fairy witch vibes, so I wanted to go with that. And I know she has wings and she can fly with her wings, but I was like, all right, well, she's gonna have a broomstick too. I really just wanted to draw this pose, so I apologize if I took liberties here, but there wasn't a description, so I figured, okay, maybe I can add a little bit based on the vibe I got from the character. But I will say that this is actually, and this isn't to toot my own horn or anything, but I really did love the way that this was coming out. I was having a lot of fun with it, and I've said this before, but in the past in my OC videos, I used to do a lot of, like, especially in the earlier ones and my videos from 3 years ago or so, I used to do a lot of just kind of basic standing poses. Like, all the characters were just kind of there in the void, and they weren't really posed in any particular way, and they weren't like, I used to do a lot more traditional art. These days I do a lot more digital because I just have a lot of fun with it, and I feel like part of the improvement is to practice different poses or different, make the coloring a little bit more detailed rather than just some flat shading. So but that was what I used to do a lot in my older videos, and I was looking back at them the other day and kind of just looking at my own personal improvement. It made me feel good. So I guess what I'm saying is that I felt proud of this one because it's just kind of, to me, representative of some of the improvements I've been trying to make in my art recently, especially for videos and things like this, just to be a little bit more adventurous with poses or with, colors or shading, whatever. So yeah, I had a blast with this one and really liked how she was coming out. And I think, that also just lends itself, it was the character design and the colors that were chosen for this. It was just, they used a lot of colors, and I did go a little bit darker, I think, on the blues in terms of the shades that I used and how I colored them. Like, I did take some little liberties by adding in some different hues here and there just to add some gradients and break up some of the design. So I apologize if I made her a little bit too much on the purplish side of blues and the indigos versus like more of like sky blues and things like lighter blues. So I apologize for that, but I don't know. I kind of tend to like to add a purplish bluish tint to a lot of my art, especially at the end when I'm adding lighting or different effects to kind of pull it all together. So I did kind of take the purplish blue route just because I think also her hair was purple, so I felt like it kind of all went together. So I hope that looks okay, but like I said, I really enjoyed this, though I will say her skirt is a little short. I realize that now, especially because she's on the broomstick, but you know, we don't pay attention to that. It stays in place. But anyway, yeah, so I'm putting in some of the final touches, and the thing that I was really excited to add in the end was the little crystal raindrops that hang from the hat, which I just did on a separate layer in white and added some details too so that they were a little more visible over the areas that were white that they passed over, like the wings. But so that was a fun little detail to add there. And then after that was done, I added in some lighting effects and just kind of made a little background, some simple background for her. But yeah, that is the rain fairy that was created by Kelsey the Cookie. Thank you for sending her to me. And now on to the next character. So this next character was sent to me by somebody named Violet, and their character's name is Toffee, and they are a coffee demon. Toffee Coffee. I thought that was cute. But yeah, I was drawn to this character. If you can guess it, big surprise, because they are a supernatural character, and I love drawing demon girls, and animal girls, and vampires, whatever. I like drawing non-humans a lot, so this definitely stuck out to me. And also the color palette was very drastically different from the last one that I did, which, you know, the fairy was very much well, pretty much every color was in that, versus with this one there's a lot of warmth and browns and just very cozy tones to this one. So I was very drawn in, and I wanted to do her some justice. So for her pose, I decided I could fit the whole body into this one rather than, you know, the last one her legs got kind of cut off, but we don't talk about that, that's fine. But I did look up some poses because I tried to come up with, you know, what can I fit into this little space that I have going on here for this digital drawing. You know, I don't want it to be just them standing there. So I was looking at some different poses, and I saw it kind of like kneeling, sitting, kind of floating pose. I was like, that fits. She's got wings, and also I can fit her whole body here. And then I threw in some coffee cups because I figure she is obsessed with caffeine if she's a coffee demon. So I would imagine she's drinking both of those at the same time, because why not? Why wouldn't she? So yeah, the sketch, I did have a lot of fun with this, and I do enjoy drawing curves on the body, and thighs especially are very fun for me to draw. So the fact that she was in a little tight-fitted leotard with thigh-high socks definitely spoke to me. It said things to me. I really wanted to draw that. So yeah, that is my little sketching process, I guess. And then I speed up the line art here because you saw me draw it already, so blah blah blah. But yeah, well, I'm getting my head of myself. See, I was gonna start talking about the way I shaded it and stuff, but we're not there yet. But anyway, I tried to vary some of the browns on her. I didn't want them to be all like too similar in shade. So I did try to give some of them a more like purplish, brownish, reddish hue versus just like a yellowy brown hue, if that makes sense. Like more on the reddish side of browns versus the other side, if that's making any sense at all. But because like I mentioned in the last drawing, I do like to add kind of a purplish tint over, or a bluish tint over some of my stuff. So it's very subtle here, but I do end up doing that. And then I did turn the line art to be red initially, and then kind of went in and made it darker where it needed to be. But I do like to color the line art as well. I think it really does help the drawing to look a little softer than as harsh as it comes out sometimes when all the line art's black, especially because I do duplicate the line art layer, add a Gaussian blur, and then that kind of also thickens it again. It makes it a little more like bold. So by using colored line art, it does help soften that effect just a little bit and still give me the glowy kind of airy look that I want the line art to have from the Gaussian blur. So I went ahead and colored in the rest of her, added some shading and lighting as I did with the other one. But again, like, I love doing these OC videos. They're fun, and I like giving, it's basically being like given a prompt as to here's what you're going to draw today, and have fun with it. So that is why I enjoy doing these. And also you guys seem to really enjoy watching my process. And so I hope that these two characters, I did them justice. And as always, I appreciate you guys sending me in so many characters. I get a lot of questions still on how you can send me yours, and I always post about it on the community tab whenever I am opening submissions. But I also have a Discord server, which I have linked in the description box below. And in that Discord server, whenever I am doing an OC video or anything of the sort, I make an announcement. So if you are in that, you will automatically get a notification straight to your computer or your phone or whatever. So you don't have to check the community tab on YouTube wondering if it's there or not, because you don't get notifications for that always. You might have to turn that on separately, but what do I know? I've only been doing this for 4 years. But anyway, all of my links are in the description below. As I said, the Discord server is there, as well as my Instagram, my Patreon pin club, and my online store. So please check that out to support me if you'd like. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all next time in my next video. As always, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing weekend. Thank you to the video sponsor, Skillshare, again, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.